Here should be there in a second. There it is. Alright, so this is a new JRPG I'll be playing. I don't know how far I'll get. I'm going to try to play the whole game. I mean, I've already played the PS3 version of this game. This is Trails of Cold Steel. It is in the Legend of Heroes series. Trails in the Sky is in the same series as well. Those are much older. No, not much older, but that's the older series that actually takes place ahead in the timeline of this series. So this is kind of a prequel to that series. So, even though this game came out after Trails in the Sky, this is a very fun JRPG. It's got a really cool, fun, fairly unique battle system with cool character progression. The characters are all great. It's just really good, and it's kind of sad that it doesn't sell as well as it should. Because everyone I know who's played this game really loves it. And that goes for anything in this series, pretty much. It's not just this game. Like, there's a sequel to this game that's also out on Steam. And then there's the Trails in the Sky series is also on Steam, all three of those. And they're all pretty good games. So, let's let the intro play out a bit. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me. Hello, Vicky. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not sure how well my voice comes in over the music. Granted, the music is not always going to be this loud, so... Alright, nice. Okay. So let me just fix a couple of things. Moving the chat box down. I don't think it needs to be any bigger than that. Not sure if I can really fit a camera on here. I'll see how it plays out. Maybe there's like a dead zone in this screen. I'll be able to find a place to put a camera. So this is Trails of Cold Steel. If you're coming in late, just kind of explains a little bit about the series, but just to briefly summarize, this is a game that was originally on PS3. It was in Japan for quite some time. Everyone thought we weren't going to get it. It did eventually come out 2 or 3 years ago on PS3 in the US. It was good. It was good, but they didn't voice a lot of the lines. And then they eventually put the game on Steam, and it is now 40% off on Steam. And it has Japanese audio now. I'll be playing with English audio because I prefer JRPGs that way. But all the English voices are... They added like a ton more English lines. So, yeah, so that's great. I played this game on the PS3. Like I said, it's a great game. It's fairly overlooked. It's overshadowed by like your Final Fantasies, your Kingdom Hearts, your Tales of series, which is kind of unfortunate because this is a really good series. This is also part of the Trails in the Sky series, which is also on Steam. All three of those are on Steam, and then the first two in the Trails of Cold Steel series are on Steam as well. The third game is, I believe it's announced for Japan. I don't think it's out yet, but it's announced for PS4 in Japan. No idea if we're going to be getting it. I certainly hope we will. Anyway, without further ado, let me just check the options here. I don't think I'm going to need to change anything here. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to put this on normal. This game's not particularly hard, but I just like... Normal seems like the most organic way of playing a game, at least for me. One of these days I'll get a green screen. That way I don't have to worry about where my camera is and the screen. It doesn't have to take up an entire square. But yeah, we start off with war.
Can't even scratch them. What's happening? Who's in control of those things? Get in touch with the 4th Armored Division. We need backup from Lieutenant General Craig.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'd be playing Nightmare Mode. I did show him. I told him about this game last night and that it's on sale on Steam. He did seem interested. Oh, also the music is fantastic in this game. That goes for the other games in this series as well. Every game in the Legend of Heroes series has really good music.
This is awful. What happened here?
Oh, terrible.
I can smell smoke.
And for some reason, we can't reveal the characters' names yet.
They completely blindsided us. It appears that everything else they've done today was to serve as a decoy.
Right. It looks like their real target was the railway guns all along, which means they must be serious about targeting that trade conference in Crossbell City.
They wouldn't. How low can they possibly sink?
So, they're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
Resorting to
No, the characters do have actual names, and they'll reveal them later.
outrageous.
You don't actually get to name the characters in this game, because everyone's voiced, so.
We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left.
And unlike most JRPGs, we actually have a protagonist that talks! Yay!
We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
And he's actually a decent character, too, not Gary Stu.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternative, we have to try.
We're about to let those terrorists have their way.
Looks like any attempt to convince you otherwise would fall on deaf ears. All right. Green, you and the rest of Group A are with me. Group B, you'll be under the command of Major Neidhart.
One group will secure the gun in the right wing. The other group will secure the left. This is an actual combat situation, with real lives at stake. I expect the best from each of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns. We've learned a lot of...
There is a lot of dialogue in this game, by the way, so get used to it. A lot of cutscenes, lots of story. But that is also accompanied by a very fun game. And plenty of dungeons and plenty of gameplay. It's not like Xenogears where the ratio is like 70 to 30. This is pretty much 50-50. Okay, so we got the basic controls here. I don't really need to brush up on those, so thank you for telling me how to save the game. So yeah, you actually have full freedom of movement with the camera and everything. So that's nice. That just lets me rest and save. I don't need that right now. I keep forgetting you don't need to press a button to open the doors in this game.
Here they come.
This is heavier than Kingdom Hearts.
They look just like that thing we fought during our field study.
Mechanical monstrosities.
Save the talking for later. We need to take these things out.
Got it.
You're in my way. Very well.
Alright, so in this game, this is kind of like an introductory sequence, so characters are more leveled up than normally. For the sake of avoiding spoilers, I won't explain any more. But you have like your basic attack, you have your crafts, which use CP, and you have arts, which use EP. Arts are like magical spells, crafts are like physical tech attacks, I guess. The difference is that CP regenerates over time, but it has a maximum of 100. EP is more like MP, so that it doesn't have a set maximum. It does not regenerate on its own either. HP is HP, items is items. Move, you can actually move around the battlefield as freely as you like, but I believe that takes up some time or some actions or whatever. I usually use CP, crafts rather, so because they're all pretty good, and that CP does regenerate on its own, so. What am I going to start off with? Treasure Sword. So it actually tells you what it's gonna hit, and any enemy that has the bar or like the little arrow above its head means that enemy's gonna get hit by the attack. So I can move it over here and hit these 3 guys, or hit these 3. Let's go with that one.
Leave it to me.
And yeah, that was pretty cool. So this is Thundering Roar. You can like look at the description of the attack. It says attack area large, and this one uses an enemy as a center, so you don't have full freedom of where to place the circle. But that's okay. We'll just go ahead and do that. And that's like a follow-up attack, kind of like in Persona.
My turn.
There's actually a little bit of Persona splashed into this game. With like how you get to know characters and a dungeon that you constantly return to. Let's see. So you got like line attacks, like in Chrono Trigger. Pretty cool stuff.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts and Heavy Rain. Well, I mean, I guess Heavy Rain is entirely cutscenes, so sure. But if you think Kingdom Hearts is heavy on cutscenes, you're in for a surprise. Xenogears is one of the most notorious games for being very heavy on cutscenes.
And one for me.
It's a great game, and it's one of my favorites, but it does have a lot of cutscenes.
Leave it to me.
Time is precious. We should hurry.
Yeah, 2 was heavier than 1.
No doubt about it. Those things were the same as the one we fought outside Legram.
It seems a large number of them are on the loose inside the fortress. I'm guessing that's what got the soldiers we just saw too.
Seems so.
So these are archaisms.
Are you certain, Instructor?
Yeah, they're a kind of autonomous weapon made by a rather unsavory group. And a real pain to deal with, too. We need to hurry, but keep your wits about you.
Understood. You're in my way.
Okay.
It's just one. Just one. This should be a piece of cake.
All right. There. We're open. There.
Thanks for having my back, Lucius. I won't let you down.
Yeah, you get different XP bonuses depending on how well you perform in battle. So that you just saw like the total EXP times 1.3. That's what that was all about. Let's see if I can surprise this guy. Nope, never mind.
Winds, give us your blessing.
I forgot how to do that.
Leave it to me.
I think you have to crawl up to them or something. Okay. Well, we just got 3 guys this time. Let's do that one. Yeah, that'll get all 3 of them.
Whirlwind. To me. Now. There.
Leave it to me. Now. Not half bad.
You say as you outdo us.
And I'm just gonna drop a link in a couple places, so I'll be right back. I wonder if the game audio is... Did the game audio get silenced just now? I'm curious about that. Because I alt-tabbed, I was wondering.
Very well.
Okay. There we go. Back to... Oh, wait. How did I do that?
turn.
Yeah, you can press L1 to change the main character. It's all cosmetic. I don't think... And actually, no, it does affect certain actions you can do.
Bring it on!
My turn.
But it's not major at this point in the game. Okay. It's just two of them. I could probably take them off with just regular attacks.
It's my turn.
Focus fire.
We're open.
My turn.
Here we go!
Very well. I shall fulfill my duty as a noble.
So, can't go. There's nothing there. Nothing to see there. Nothing there. Oh, you can also run. It looks a little silly when you run. Oh, there's usually items in there. Oh, not so lucky today. I can rest up, restore my health. And I think when you do that, it doesn't restore your CP to 100, but... oh, my CP is actually... oh, it does go beyond 100, that's right. I think it caps out at 200. But when it reaches 100, you can do a special attack. And then when it reaches 200, you can do that same attack, but it's stronger. Something like that. Memory's a little fuzzy. But, so yeah, resting give me a full heal. And I can't save at this point in the game, so let's just continue forward. Oh yeah, the map moves in the direction you're facing. Yeah, you can actually, if you don't like that, you can turn that off and have it always point north. But I usually prefer to have it point in the direction I'm facing.
Where are we?
This must be Borrelia Canyon. You can see Crossbell State on the other side.
There!
Yes, that is my level right now. You'll see, it'll all make sense in a moment. But this is the beginning of the game.
Those are...
The railway guns. They're enormous.
Damn. How did they manage to get them prepped so fast? Don't tell me they're just gonna let them rip without even setting a target.
Instructor!
Oh, they're certainly not shy about bringing out the big guns.
Ugh, we don't have time for this. We need to take these things out fast.
Right there with you.
Let's send these cretins to the scrap heap.
I don't like her voice.
Take 'em out.
My turn.
All the other voices are fine, but the blue-haired girl is... eh. Let's see. So, I don't want to really use AoE attacks, because the two... like, even that has a large range, but it still only gets one of them. So, no point in using an AoE. I can do some support stuff, so that's probably a good idea.
I'm bringing the thunder.
Boost my stats a little bit.
Ah!
Here we go.
And I believe you can do something too. This affects everyone, or at least everyone nearby.
My
Okay.
turn.
And let's see, Noble Command, I think that's Area XL Self. Yeah, all those stats plus 25%. Not too bad.
Now is our chance. Don't let it pass.
Right, leave it to me.
It's my turn.
That should be good.
My turn.
That's not good.
All right.
Although, to be honest, I really don't need to be worried about dying at this point in the game. This is more of a tutorial.
And one for me.
My turn.
Okay, this... I don't know if this is gonna hurt. I've never seen this before in the intro. Okay, that did hurt, but I'm okay. Oh, God. I'll still be okay. Oh, yeah, you can also skip the animations if you want to. I I might skip them more later on. I actually like the animations a lot, so I tend to not skip them.
Okay. Leave it to me.
It's my turn.
Leave it to me.
Oh.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Okay, this has never happened before. I don't know why the enemies are suddenly, like, hard. That's okay, though.
Take this.
Thanks.
My turn.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Game. These guys are... I just did this battle last night as sort of a test run, and it wasn't nearly as hard as this. Okay. Well, let's see. I can do that.
Thanks.
Leave it to me.
Do I have any healing arts? No, but let's take out some of the big stuff.
Here goes.
Nice.
Impossible.
Leave it to me. Take this.
I suppose I should thank you.
Here we go.
Yeah, sure. This probably isn't going to be too effective, but...
Leave it to me. Here goes.
I can.
Very well.
Let's see, what can we do here? I'm just gonna get up close and do some regular attacks.
Here we
Just
go.
whack at this guy until he's done.
My turn.
I should heal Arena a little bit. So let's take care of that.
Thanks.
My turn.
My turn.
All right.
Okay.
My turn.
Here we go.
I don't know why he didn't do anything there.
My turn.
Go.
I'll handle this.
It's my turn.
Okay.
My turn.
Very well.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Go.
My turn.
Yeah, let's do some S breaks. They'll show those off.
Flames, gather on my blade. That's the power of the
There we go.
A self-destruct mechanism. Is their cowardice know no bounds?
We're running out of time. I'm gonna go on ahead. Follow me as soon as you're sure it's safe to...
railway guns.
No, no, no!
Don't!
That's unfortunate. And here's the intro. And you get to see the characters' actual names now. Sarah is great. So yeah, you can see looking a little like Persona there with the date. Yeah, so all that we just saw was a flash forward. Now we go back 5 months earlier. And roomy seats. I wish the yellow double R was this nice.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This train is bound for Bereahard via Keldic. The
Ronkonkoma.
next stop is Trista. Trista. We will be stopped at Trista for 1 minute. When disembarking, please ensure no belongings are left behind.
Almost there. Man, spring's really in full bloom here, huh? Back home, there was still so much snow on the ground, I hardly even realized it.
Yeah, he's more blue-haired than black-haired.
Wow.
That's pronounced Heimdall. The R is silent.
Are those Lino flowers? I've never seen so many all blossoming at once. I'll be spending the next 2 years here. Wonder how long it'll be before I think of it as home. But yeah, I think I'm going to like it.
Ouch.
Whoa, sorry about that. Are you okay? I should have picked a better place to take in the scenery.
Don't worry about it. I should have been paying more attention to where I was going instead of gawking at the flowers. It's really a pretty town though, isn't it? Just like a postcard.
Yeah, I guess that's the magic of springtime for you. I hope everything in your case is okay.
Oh, don't worry about that. It'll be fine. Hey, you've got the red uniform too, huh?
Yeah, but now that you mention it, almost everyone else on the train had a green jacket. You're one of the few I've seen in red. I didn't really think about it until now. I just put on the uniform they sent me.
I hadn't given it much thought until I got here either. But yeah, like you said, there have been a few others sporting them too, so I doubt it's a mistake. Maybe it means we'll end up being classmates.
Or a secret
Anyway,
club.
I should get going. I've got a feeling we'll see each other again at the entrance ceremony, though.
There's no way she's gonna be a main character or anything like that.
I totally forgot to ask her name. Oh well, I'm sure we'll run into each other later. She's right though. It is weird that there are so few of us in red. Are there even enough to make a class? That orbment they sent with the uniform is pretty strange too. It sure looks a lot fancier than your standard issue orbment, that's for sure. Guess there's no point in racking my brain over it. Someone will probably explain it during orientation. Thor's military academy is on the north side of town. I've still got some time to look around before the entrance ceremony, but it'd be pretty awkward to be late the first day.
So yeah, cool thing about this game is if you ever need to know what to do next, just press square, and that's what you do next. That's what you gotta do next. For now, I'll just walk around town a bit and explore a little bit.
Oh hey, it looks like there's even a little park here. Seems like the perfect spot to catch a breather, what with all these shops around. Huh? Why is she sleeping here? Is she a new student? She's got the uniform and all. The ceremony's going to be starting soon. Maybe I should wake her up.
Hey, stop looking up her skirt.
Guess I better go.
She's sure a strange one. Like a stray cat or something. If she's headed to the school, I'd say that's my cue to pick up the pace.
Alright, first, I should save. How do I do that again? Do I need... I wonder if I can save here. Yes. Oh man, that is so much quicker than the PS3 version. And the PS3 version, it takes like 2 minutes to save your game because it's gotta read the system data first for some reason. Then it has to read the save data, and it just takes a really long time. Much faster here. Also, the load time is much quicker on PC too. That's why if you can, like, JRPGs, I love this trend of JRPGs coming to PC, like the Neptunia games, and pretty much any JRPG on PC is like so much better on PC. Because the Japanese companies surprisingly do like pretty solid ports. They actually care about their American PC audience. Yes, of course. I can't actually go anywhere at this point because I'm supposed to progress with the story. So instead of just dilly-dallying around, I'm gonna do what I need to do next. I can talk to some people at least. Poor brother. Can I go in here? Funny. Alright. Let's move along. Don't need to waste time talking to everyone.
I shall take my leave here, milady. I pray you find victory here in both your studies and your training.
Thank you, Klaus. I'm leaving everything in your hands while Father is away.
Understood, milady.
Milady.
Oh, please excuse my rudeness, young sir. It truly is a splendid day, is it not? The start of a new chapter in the lives of so many promising youths. Allow me to express my sincerest congratulations on your admittance into this fine academic institution.
Oh. Thank you very much. I'm guessing he's a butler? He certainly looks the part.
Yeah, what gave that away?
Must have been a noble. She did have a certain dignity about her. I wonder if she's from a famous military family or something.
Sorry, just replying to some messages. Okay. So I have to go to the dorms, right? No, the academy.
So this is it.
Military school, yay!
Thor's Military Academy.
No, you can't go into random people's houses. It's just that part of the game it won't let me because I have to. It's telling me to progress with the plot.
Founded by the legendary Emperor Dreikels himself.
Thank you for your patience, sir. We've arrived at the academy.
Much obliged.
Please, if you'll allow me to take your luggage.
That won't be necessary. I prefer to avoid standing out too much.
But, sir...
This isn't open for debate. Take whatever rest you need, then return to Berea Hard.
As you wish. I shall be departing, sir. May your time spent in these hallowed halls be all you've hoped for. Please take care of yourself.
Wow, an Orbital limousine. And one of Reinford's fanciest models, too. Looks like even Erebonia's upper crust send their children here.
So yeah, instead of technology, everything runs on Orbital power in this game. So you'll be hearing that term a lot. Orbital car, Orbital this, Orbital that. Everything's Orbital.
Welcome to Thor's
It's basically
Military
magic.
Let's see. Yes, you're the last of them. That'd make you Green Schwarzer, right?
Yes, that's me. It's a pleasure to meet you. But how do you know me?
It's a long story. Don't sweat the details right now.
Is that your weapon you've got wrapped up? I'll need to hold on to that for the time being.
Oh, right. It mentioned something about that in the guidebook.
Yeah, no cosplay allowed.
Thanks. We should be able to return it to you before long. You'll hardly even miss it.
The entrance ceremony is going to be held in the auditorium. Just head straight back. You can't miss it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your first day at Thor's.
We're glad to have you. I hope these next 2 years will be a fruitful time for you.
I guess those two must be second years? That girl definitely looked younger than me, though. What was that about me being the last? I'm not seriously the very last student to check in, am I?
Better run.
Sounds like it's about time for the ceremony to start, though. Well, here's to the start of a great 2 years.
I think this is high school.
Now, if I may, I'd like to say a few words in closing about this Academy's illustrious history. Thor's Military Academy was founded almost 220 years ago. Its founder, as I'm sure you're all aware, was none other than the great Emperor Dracos. The very same emperor who ended the War of the Lions and returned prosperity to the Erebonian Empire. 30 years after becoming emperor, in the later years of his life, he opened the doors of this institution. It was to be a place where young people like yourselves could learn the art of war. But with the mechanization of the military, many of our graduates now pursue careers outside the army. Our mission, however, remains the same: to prepare our students to fulfill Emperor Dracos' famous mandate. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. Though much has happened these past 2¼ centuries, the world is still the domain of the young. Yet still the question remains: what qualities must one possess to become a part of its foundation? I hope this credo will serve as a guide and an inspiration to you during your 2 years at this academy. Go forth, my students. The world awaits the great things you will one day accomplish.
The foundation of the world, huh?
No pressure, right?
No kidding. Though, this is Dracos the Lionheart we're talking about. He didn't earn his nickname by taking the easy route. Guess we've got more to worry about than just passing exams, huh?
I guess we do. I'm Elliot Craig. Nice to meet you.
Reen Schwarzer. Hey, looks like we're sporting the same school fashion.
Yeah, no idea what the red uniform is supposed to mean, though. Most of the other students are wearing green. Well, except for the ones in the white uniforms. Those must be the nobles.
Looks that way. Though,
Something wrong?
nah. Just thinking to myself.
And that brings us to the close of Thor's 215th entrance ceremony. Next, please proceed to the class designated in your guidebook. There, you will go over the school rules as well as your class's curriculum. That is all. Dismissed!
The class designated in our guidebook? I don't remember seeing anything like that.
There wasn't any information on that in mine either. I just assumed they'd tell us where to go after the ceremony.
All right! Students in red uniforms, if I can have your attention, please.
Oh, how convenient.
By now, you're probably all confused. Where's my class assignment, you're probably thinking. That's perfectly understandable. Your situation is a little more complicated than the other students. But before I explain, I'd like all of you to join me for a special orienteering exercise.
She is a teacher. Hot teacher.
Did you mean an orientation exercise?
Worry not. Everything will be made clear soon enough. Now, right this way, if you would.
Looks like we're gonna have to follow her if we want any answers.
What do you think this is all about?
I have no idea, but we're not going to accomplish anything just standing around here. We should go with her.
What is this place?
Why is there a building this dilapidated on campus? It looks like it should have been torn down ages ago.
What does she even want us to do here?
Is she ever gonna tell us what's going on?
I suppose we'll just have to go inside and see for ourselves what awaits us.
This place looks like some old haunted mansion or something.
Now that you mention it, it kinda does. I think this is everyone I've seen with a red uniform so far. I guess we really are part of the same class then.
So, these are our new underclassmen, huh?
Yep. They've got a different set of hoops to jump through than we did, though. I'm just happy all our work's paying off. I'd hate to have put in a year's worth of effort for nothing.
Ain't that the truth? Wait, when did you do any work? You were just slacking off the whole time.
Says the master slacker.
What's with that girl's ass? She's wearing leather. Nah, she's like she's kind of the fan servicey character of the game.
Beauties they've got there. And I'm looking forward to getting intimately acquainted with each and every one of them.
She's also a lesbian.
Oh, you know one of them? Wait. No, not these ones too. Stop flirting with every damn girl you lay eyes on. Do you have any idea how many guys at this school have gotten their hearts broken because of your libido? Did you just sneer at me? Oh, you did, didn't you?
Come on now, no fighting, you two.
Well, look who finally made it. Nice work.
You got our little chickadees all sorted out, I take it?
Yep, they're all bright-eyed and ready to go. So from here on out, we're gonna have to give it all we've got to support this fledgling class.
Now you sound the part of the student council president.
Guess she's going all in.
Well, they'd be in for a pretty rough time if we didn't help out a little. At least to start with, anyway. Everything's ready over there, right?
You betcha. Just like the instructor asked. Can't help but feel a little sorry for them, though.
Same here. They've got no idea what they're being tossed into. The class they've been picked for didn't even exist before this year. Guess all we can do is watch and see what they're made of, right?
What's going on?
The name's Sarah Valestine. I'm the instructor in charge of Class 7, which means you get the pleasure of seeing me all year. Glad to find
Pleasure is mine.
Wait, Class 7?
Us?
I'm not sure I understand. I wasn't told anything about this at enrollment.
Excuse me, Instructor Sarah? I was under the impression that there were only 5 classes at this academy, and that students were split among them based on their social class and home region.
Right you are, Miss Top Scorer on the Thor's entrance exam. Students in each year are divided into 5 classes, 2 for the nobility and 3 for commoners. And it's been that way for ages, right up through last year. But this year, we decided to shake things up a little.
What do you...
We now have a 6th class, fittingly titled Class 7. And in Class 7, we recognize no distinction between nobles and commoners.
Wait, you just jumped straight from 5 to 7?
You're really putting nobles and commoners in the same class?
This must be some kind of joke. And why is this the first I've heard of it?
Well, who are you again?
I'm an angsty teenager.
Machias Regnitz. And with all due respect, Instructor, it's ludicrous to intermix nobles and commoners like this. Must I be forced to spend my next 2 years shoulder to shoulder with those arrogant, stuck-up hedonists?
You do know I'm not the one who made the decision, right? Besides, what's the big deal anyway? You're all kids. Can't you all just get along or something?
Just get along? And how would you propose we do that? What's your problem?
Oh, nothing much. I just find the irony of your behavior rather humorous.
Is that so? It seems the scion of some noble house has left the comfort of his mansion to grace the unwashed masses with his wisdom. Please, my lord, do share your esteemed name with us so I can give you all the respect you deserve.
Eustace Alberea. Not that I'd expect the name of an arrogant, stuck-up hedonist to lodge itself in that hard head of yours.
He's from one of the 4 great houses.
The son of Duke Alberea, lord of the Kreutzen province in the southeast.
Well, you don't get much more noble than that.
Interesting. I'd heard the rumors.
Do you expect me to be impressed? Your family lineage means nothing to me. I'll never bend my knee to the likes of...
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm sure a couple of you have a few grievances, but now's not the time. I'll hear your complaints later.
There's a dungeon that needs dungeoning.
Right now, you've got your orienteering exercise, and far be it from me to keep you from our fun little icebreaker.
You mentioned this orienteering exercise earlier? What exactly does that involve?
It involves you dying.
It's a form of outdoor competition, isn't it? Something like a cross between a map-reading exercise and a scavenger hunt?
Yeah, something like that, only worse.
Is that why they asked us to hand over our weapons at the gate?
Nothing gets by you, does it? But I don't want to spoil the fun, so let's get started, shall we?
What?
Oh, crap.
What?
Ah!
Fee. No cheating. You're going with them, and that's that. What's the point in having an icebreaker if you don't make a couple of new friends?
Lame.
Oh, what just happened?
The floor gave out from under us.
I can't believe I fell for such an obvious trap.
Does this mean there's a series of catacombs beneath the school grounds then?
What does that woman think she's playing at?
I thought my heart was gonna jump out of my chest. Hey, Reen, are you okay?
Okay. Oh boy.
Easy now. Hands where she can see them.
Oh, what happened? Huh?
Well, this is a bit awkward.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Still, I'm just glad you're okay. That's what's really important here, right?
Wow, it's just not your day, is it?
Well, now that I've hit the bottom, things can only improve. What is this place anyway?
I was wondering the same thing. We should check out those tables. Huh?
Is this?
It's coming from the devices we received with the Academy guidebook.
It seems to be some sort of portable orbment.
Right you are. These handy little devices are a special kind of battle orbment.
Is that Miss Valestine?
So, these devices have built-in communications functionality then?
Wait, don't tell me these things are...
New model battle orbments made through a partnership between the Epstein Foundation and Reinford Company. Newly made 5th generation battle orbments, in fact. They're called Arcus units.
Arcus.
So these are battle ordnance. That means they'll allow us to use arts, right?
Sure will. Just set a quartz into one of its slots and you can use arts all the live long day. Which is why I've prepared enough quartz for each and every one of you.
Quartz are like materia. Basically, they're things that give you magic spells and magical abilities.
The weapons you brought are all here too. Each packaged neatly along a little box containing a quartz. Find yours and try setting the quartz into your Arcus.
I suppose it can't hurt to try.
What is this woman thinking?
Let's see. Mine is that one.
Oh, I see mine over there. Let me just go grab it, okay?
What's this?
That's called a master quartz. If you set that into the large slot in the center of your Arcus, you'll be able to use arts. Go on, give it a try.
So orbments are a general term for mechanical devices that extract orbital energy from septium and use it to generate magical effects and enhancements. A battle orbit, or Orcus, is a personal use device that can harness orbital energy in a variety of ways, depending on the quartz set in it. Since they are tailor-made for their users, the orbment's internal structure varies from one unit to another. A quartz, or crystal circuit, is a circuit made from septium fragments called sepith, set into battle orbments to harness a variety of powers and properties. Master Quartz is a special kind of quartz which can be set into the center of the new Arcus or battle orbments. These quartz are stronger and more adaptable than regular quartz, and by fighting battles with one set in your orbit, it will level up and gain new abilities. So that's the orbit menu. Set the quartz. Master Quartz. Force. And so what that does is it gives me the ability to use Firebolt. Raises my stats a bit, as you can see there. HP plus 300, EP plus 20, yada yada. And it gives me an ability. Killing enemies restores CP. I get an additional 5 CP restored per enemy killed. So this is a Master Quartz. It's better than a normal quartz. It gives me more stuff than a normal quartz would. There's also 2 hidden abilities that I haven't unlocked yet, as you can see with the question marks there. So, and I don't have any regular quartz yet. So you have, the way generally it works is you have these slots where you put a quartz in there. Quartz will give you the ability to use a spell or some other kind of special ability. Anything that's unopened, you can open. There's usually a cost involved with that. And that's more or less it. It is more complicated with the lines, and I'll get into that later. But keep things simple for now.
What in the world?
That light means that you've successfully synchronized with your Arcus. Congratulations! Now you can use arts as much as you want.
Yay!
Arts have plenty more nifty features, but I wouldn't want to bombard you with too much info all at once, so we'll cover those another time. Anyway, since you've got your Arcus all set up and ready to go, here's what I want you to do. When you step through that door, you'll be in an underground testing area. Basically, it's a dungeon. It's pretty large and full of twists and turns. I'd almost guarantee you'll get lost at least once. But when you find the exit, you'll be able to return to the first floor of this old schoolhouse. There are monsters wandering around, though, so don't let your guard down, even for a moment. With all that said, let's commence our special orienteering exercise. Your objective is to make your way through this area and back to the surface. Make it back in one piece, and I'll be happy to field any complaints you might have.
You don't
If
care.
make it back safely, I might even give you a kiss. Free of charge. On the cheek, of course.
I don't think she's joking.
And just where do you think you're going? Were you planning to wander off on your own without saying anything?
I have no interest in becoming friends with anyone here. And I'm surprised that you, of all people, give a damn what I do. Unless you've suddenly decided you do want to keep company with one of those stuck-up hedonists after all. Still, if you're afraid of the monsters, I suppose I could accompany you. After all, what kind of Erebonian noble would I be if I didn't have at least some degree of prowess with a sword? And noblesse oblige dictates that it's my sacred duty to protect powerless commoners such as yourself.
What the hell? Nobody's asking your high excellency to deign to help us! If that's how you're gonna be, I'll just find my way out of here before you! I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself without some relic of an outdated class still dragging me down.
Chill, buddy. You just got here. Already starting shit on day one.
What should we do?
The only thing we can do. We should begin exploring these ruins ourselves. I believe it would be prudent to remain in small groups, however. Would the two of you have any objections to accompanying me?
Oh, no, that's fine.
It would be a huge help, actually.
And you're welcome to join us as... well...
Yep, she's off on her own.
I suppose that's a no. Perhaps we'll run into her along the way, and she can join us then. So, shall we be off? I'm certain you gentlemen will be fine, but do take care.
Okay.
If you'll excuse us, please.
Oh.
Not such a hot first impression there, huh?
You can say that again. I'll have to clear things up with her later. Anyway, how do you guys want to do this? Should the three of us stick together too?
Sounds good to me. I'd get pretty anxious wandering around a place like this alone.
No objections here. I'd be happy to accompany you.
Yay, friends!
I don't believe I've introduced myself yet. My name is Gaius Warzel. I just arrived in the Empire, so any help you can offer would be much appreciated.
Oh, so you're from abroad. I'd been wondering. My name's Reen Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Elliot Craig. So, you fight with that?
Of course. Why else would I be carrying it?
It's a spear, but it has that odd cross-shaped head.
It looks kind of awesome.
Think of it as combining the best parts of a spear and a poleaxe. I was pretty handy with it back home. But speaking of weapons, I have to say, yours looks pretty unique.
Oh, this thing.
Is it a staff? Wait, no. It's an ornament, isn't it?
Both, actually. It's an orbital staff. The tech is pretty recent. This one's still a prototype, more or less. Back during enrollment, they told me I had some aptitude for it, so when it came time to choose, I just sort of ran with it.
Interesting. I've never seen anything like it before.
Can't say I have either.
They're still in development, apparently, so there aren't too many around just yet. But that said, I'm curious about what you've got there, Reen.
Oh, my sword?
Yeah, but what kind of sword is it?
It's different from the kinds of swords I thought the people in the Empire used, though.
It's an Eastern style of saber called a tachi. Any way you slice it, though, it's basically a longsword.
Wow, that's one beautiful blade.
The craftsmanship looks exceptional.
They're renowned for the layering of their steel and the sharpness of their edge. Truth be told, though, I'm still a little hesitant to be swinging around something this dangerous.
Seriously? If that's what hesitant looks like, I'll bet confidence will make you unstoppable.
Well, you sound like a good guy to have around when the going gets tough. Speaking of which, I think we've been standing around long enough. We should really be getting ourselves into trouble.
I think I can manage that. You saw it yourselves. Trouble has a way of dropping in on me. Let's take it slow and steady, though. We need to adapt to each other's fighting styles to really gel as a team.
Got it.
So this is just telling me what I showed before. You can change the character leading the party by pressing the L1 button. You can change the tactics section to change the party order, as well as your battle formation. So I'm going to go check that out right now. Encounter types. So you can press the X button to attack enemies on the field. An attack from the front will cause an enemy to pause briefly, but if you can land an attack from behind, the enemy will be stunned for a set time or even faint, if the attacker's weapon type is effective against them. You can get a triple advantage where you walk into a fainted enemy, and that gives you the same bonuses as double advantages, but all enemies take some damage. The double advantage gives you the same bonuses as a single advantage, but each ally also gains 10 CP, and a single advantage lets you take your turns immediately, or earlier than you normally would. A standard attack gives you nothing, and if the enemy has the advantage, they attack first. So you don't want that to happen. And of course, if your level is significantly higher than the enemies, you just win the battle automatically without having to actually fight them. tactics. Actually, I think I'm going to leave that as is. Because Elliot's kind of the healer guy. Whereas Gaius and Rain would be my attackers. So I'm going to leave that as is. Let me check my orbments. I don't think I got anything additional right now. Let's see. He can use Falco. What does that do? Begin battle with Insight status. Lasts for 2 turns, and he can use Airstrike. And then Elliot has Cannon. Increases potency of Healing Arts. Healing Arts multiplied by 1.25. He can also use Tear and Aqua Bleed. Tear is a healing spell. Aqua Bleed is a water spell. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick break to just drop a couple more links. I'll be right back.
My turn.
Okay.
It's my turn. Go!
Alright, so, without further ado, let's move along. All the weapons have been taken, so let's move into the dungeon.
Yikes! A monster?
That active voice. How do you...
I've seen this kind before.
Looks like a flying feline. Careful, everyone.
Okay, yeah, it's just... They just do a little character talking. There. So if you do stun them, and then walk up to them to initiate a battle, that happens. So active combatants each take an action on their turn. After doing so, the ally or enemy below them on the battle order takes their turn. The character at the top of the bar, as you can see up top, takes their turn. After acting, the character will move down the bar. The time they can act again depends on how the delay of the action that they took. So some actions have more of a delay than others, like casting spells, for example. So you got to pay attention to that. Turn bonuses. In battle, there are a variety of bonuses that can appear on different turns. So this is a unique aspect of this system. So you can see, like, if that icon, if you see in the picture there in the bottom right. So if that icon falls on Elliot's turn, that means he's going to get his HP automatically healed 10%, just because of that. But it looks like on the actual thing, if you look on the left, Elliot is, I think that's EP heal. So it looks like he's going to be getting 10% EP heal on his turn. Oh, it tells you right here. That's CP. My bad. Alright, so green is CP. EP is blue. I'm going to screenshot this, actually, because that is useful information. So yeah, all these different types of bonuses can show up on anyone's turn. Critical is great. Attacks, arts, and heals are 1.5 times as effective. Attacks and crafts will always unbalance the enemy. Sepith up is nice. It gives you extra Sepith from the enemy. And Zero Arts lets you cast anything with zero cost. Pretty cool stuff. But those bonuses can also fall on enemies' turns too. So you have to be careful. And you have to plan out you gotta plan out your turns accordingly. So I have no abilities right now, no arts, no crafts. Well, actually I do. Wait, I should have... Oh, I guess I got canceled or something. Alright, all I can do is attack, so I'm just attacking. Selecting the attack command will display that character's movement and attack ranges. So the outer circle is the attack range, and the inner circle is the movement range. If you select an enemy outside the character's attack range, the character will not attack, only moving to where the blue arrow is displayed. So I'm just gonna attack that guy. By dealing inner-streaming damage, you will gain CP, or craft points. You can use these points to perform crafts. Crafts are special combat skills unique to each character. New crafts are gained by leveling up.
It's my turn.
Alright, so he's my healer. So let's give him a little bit of a buff. Resounding Beat is a very useful spell early in the game that you will see me using a lot.
It's my turn.
Just to explain what Resounding Beat actually does, all allies in a certain area, medium range area, get HP regen and defense 25%. Pretty nice. The HP regen heals 30% HP each turn. So this is a very good spell for early game. Actually, even later on in the game, it's still pretty good. His attack power is not that great, but I have nothing else to do with him, so might as well just have him attack. He's got a slight range attack.
My turn.
Actually, that attack was pretty good.
It's my turn. Together, we're unbeatable.
That's all the Sepith that I gained from the battle. There are 8 different kinds of Sepith. I will explain more about that later, but generally they're used for different things throughout the game.
Please tell me there aren't more of those things lurking around here.
I hate to tell you, but I can sense more further in.
Anyway, let's just stay alert.
Finding a given type of enemy gradually unlocks information about them. The battle scope item, as well as certain arts and crafts, can unlock all information at once. Cool. Alright. Let's move forward. There's no breakable items. Oh, nope, there's something there. Always look for breakable items in this game, because you never know what you can find. Sometimes you can find some really good items in there. Let's take a look at the map. That's not the map. How do I get to the map? I know there's a way to make it larger. Is it R1? Right, circle? No.
My turn.
All right, I've got this.
That's turbo mode. Huh.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Yes. I'll have to figure that out later.
Seems to be a treasure chest here.
Needle shoot. There are several varieties of quartz that can be used with your Arcus ornaments. Aqua Bleed enables the use of the Aqua Bleed art. Firebolt enables the use of the Firebolt art. HP 1 raises your HP by 500. Evade 1 raises your evasion by 10%. And Heal lets you recover HP while walking around and enables the use of Tier and Tier arts. So there's different types of quartz and they all do different kinds of things. I like to think of them as materia, but the system's a bit more complicated than FF7's materia system. So what I'm going to do is equip that I just got. Needle shoot. Launches a sharply pointed boulder at the enemy. And now that I have that equipped, I get the benefits of it. So I learned the spell that it provides. Now let's go down here. Another treasure. Got 50 of each Sepith. Very nice. So these are essentially like rest locations. Orphan charging stations like this are often found left behind by some kindly explorer in particularly dangerous areas. If you encounter one, walk up to it and press the X button. Then select rest to restore the HP and EP of all party members. Let's do that real quick. And one thing I have to keep remembering is you can save at any point in this game. Unlike most JRPGs, this game lets you save wherever you want. Don't think physical attacks are going to be very effective against that monster. I think you're right. We'll need to rely on arts this time. Got it. Actually, attacking with my orbital staff has basically the same effect as an art, just without any casting time. So if worst comes to worst, I should be able to just run up and smack it. Wow, really? I can see that thing coming in handy. Well, we're counting on you to lead the charge then. Ahaha! Here goes nothing. So, let's see if we can still sneak up on this guy. Yes!
Wind's behind us. Let's go!
Arts are a kind of magic which require an orbit to use. They can be used by setting a quartz or master quartz into an orbit. Arts require time to cast and consume EP when used. You have attack arts and support arts. Elemental efficacy. This shows how effective arts of each element will be against an enemy. So for example there, in that chart it shows you that fire arts will deal 155% of their normal damage, whereas water deals 100%, earth will deal 110%, and wind arts will only deal 80% of its normal damage. So you have, it's a little more complex than a normal system where, like, you know, an enemy has like a set weakness and a set resistance, and it just either like halves the damage or doubles the damage based on that. It's a little bit more complicated. It's not just half and double. It's could be a certain percentage, and it's different from enemy to enemy. So yeah, pretty cool. I like it. So now let's do Firebolt, or Firebolt. Spells take some time to cast, so while that charges up, I can have someone else go. Let's have him do Airstrike. And Elliot's normal attack is a magical attack, so I'll just have him hit that guy.
Take this.
And let's finish him off.
Is everybody okay?
Okay. And let's...
I'm starting to lose my sense of direction down here.
Yeah, gotta make sure we're not going in circles.
This game runs much smoother on the PC than it did on PS3. I like it a lot. An insectoid monster, huh? Looks like that shell can take a real beating. Might be pretty tough to take it down. Agreed. We'll need to keep our wits about us against this one. We should probably give it everything we got, arts and crafts included, and see what works best. Any breakables? I always check the corners to see if there's any breakable barrels or whatever. Oh, I didn't get to surprise this guy. Oh, there's a lot of them! Status efficacy. This shows how likely an enemy is to be afflicted with a particular status ailment. So just like there was with elemental efficacy, there's also status efficacy. So in this particular example, that enemy is very susceptible to freezing with the 150 there. So like as you can see with poison, half is likely to be effective. Burn has 100, which is a standard efficacy. Freeze is 1.5 or 150% as likely to be effective against that enemy. And that's screenshot worthy. You have all the different types of abnormal status in the game. Poison is pretty standard. That's the same as in every game. Seal is makes you unable to attack, use crafts, or FCS crafts. That sucks. Mute, you can't use arts. That's the same thing as silence. Blind reduces your accuracy. Sleep, you're sleeping. Burn, you deal major damage at the end of your turn. It's basically poison on steroids. Freeze, you're unable to act and you get some damage. You take some damage. Petrify, you're unable to act and you have a 30% chance to be KO'd when you're attacked. Petrify is not fun. Faint, you're unable to act and all damage dealt to you is critical. Confuse, You attack both enemies and allies indiscriminately. Death Blow is a one-hit KO, so you don't want that. And if you're inflicted with Nightmare, you are asleep, and it gives you a random status when you awaken. So that, yeah. They all have cures except for Death Blow. And there's more here. Screenshot that as well. So delay means you're delayed. Vanish, it removes you from the battlefield and reduces your EP to 0. Balance down renders the afflicted more likely to be unbalanced. Link break, it severs the link. I'll explain more about the links later on when that becomes relevant. But link break will basically sever that link. Strength down, defense down, those are debuffs. Yeah, and then you have your buff stat up. Insight raises your accuracy and evade by 50%. And renders the imbue 10% more likely to unbalance a foe. That's pretty good, pretty nice. HP regen, you get some HP back each turn. CP regen, you get some CP back each turn. Physical immunity nullifies the next physical attack. Art reflects the next magic attack received. And KO means you're dead. Yes, some characters have counters. When an attack misses, the target will counterattack if the attacker is in range. So that's nice.
My turn.
Alright, so let's see what I can do about these guys. Autumn Leaf Color Cutter, I can probably... Can I get 5 of them? I can. Let's get 5 of them.
Alright.
And because I guess it missed against that one guy, so we countered. Alright. Let's see. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna do some healing, I think. So right now you can see I went into my spells, but where's my healing spell? Well, you have to actually hit R1 to go into your support spells. It took me a while to figure this out. But now I know. So you hit R1, you go into your support spells, and you can see them there. Normally it just shows you your attack spells. So I'm going to use Tear, or a Tear, on Reen to give him some of his health back.
Thanks.
And I'm about to take a beating. I can actually speed that up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's cool. The PC version has a turbo mode where if you don't feel like waiting for certain things, you just hold R2 and it does turbo. Goes turbo. Okay, let's get these guys. Not too bad. Nice. Alright, Gale Stinger should... That'll finish off a couple of these, I think. Yeah.
My turn.
Let's see. Elliot, what can he do? He's got Resounding Bead. Yeah, all he has is a buff, so I'll just have him heal again. Or, let's see, can Aqua Bleed? That's a single target spell, so let's just use... Yeah, I'll just have him heal.
Thanks. Here we go. There.
Right.
It's my turn.
Go.
All right. There.
I go where the wind takes me.
Elliot, are you okay?
I don't see any obvious injuries.
I'm okay. I was just so relieved the fight was over. The strength kind of just left my legs. I'm amazed how calm you two are. You don't seem tired or worried or anything.
I guess I'm just used to fighting monsters like these.
You need a hand?
No, I'll be fine. It was just a momentary lapse on my part. I can get up. And there we go.
Look out!
Elliot!
What?
That's a big bugger.
No!
What?
Looks like I made it just in time. Thank Adios for that.
Adios is like the god that they all pray to. Oh, hey, it's Angsty Boy. Decided to show up.
Oh, it's you.
You said your name was Machias, right?
That's right.
And he's being friendly now?
I came to realize that I shouldn't have just stormed off like I did. I let that arrogant noble goad me into losing my composure, acting on impulse. So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I acted foolishly, and I hope you can forgive me for it.
No sweat. Water under the bridge.
Yeah, we all have moments when we say or do things we regret. That's human nature for you. Oh, and thanks for saving me, by the way.
I'm just glad I happened to be passing by. After I'd cooled my head, I decided to retrace my steps, and there you were. Is it just the three of you here?
Yeah, we stood around talking for a while, so the others are probably ahead of us at this point.
I don't think there's any reason to go back any farther. I can't imagine you'll find anyone there.
I see. I don't suppose you'd mind if I came with you, would you? I'm reasonably skilled with a gun, so you might find it useful having me along.
Sure thing. Welcome aboard. The name's Reen Schwarzer.
I'm Elliot Craig. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Gaius Warzel. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure's mine, I assure you. My name is Machias Regnitz. Could I ask you what social class you each belong to?
We're all commoners.
I realize how that must sound, considering my recent outburst. But please don't take it personally. I'm simply curious to know who I'm associating with.
Well, both my parents are commoners.
Likewise. Though my homeland has no class system to begin with.
Ah, so you're from abroad then. What about you, Reen?
Well, let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins. So I guess we're all in equal standing here.
Well, now that's a relief. We should probably get moving then. Somewhat concerned about the girls, as you might... I'd feel much better if we were around to help if they wound up in danger.
Yeah, I suppose there's strength in numbers.
All right, let's go.
I'm sure the girls can hold their own. Alright, so minimap, you can expand... Oh, okay, now it shows me. You can expand the minimap by pressing the start button. This allows you to view the area's topography, as well as your location and locations of enemies. It's pretty nice. So yeah. Looks like I got everything. I'm gonna go back and use that healing point, because that last battle was a little... I wouldn't say it was rough, but I took some damage. Hope that doesn't respawn the enemies. Alright, onwards!
What's a place like this even doing on the school grounds?
Yeah.
Oh, I just
it's a
really...
giant
Okay.
trapdoor in a campus building.
So R1 is run, R2 is turbo mode. It actually speeds up the game. So it looks like you're running, but it also speeds up everything else too. So if I want to run, I'll just use R1. I have to remember that.
Now's our chance.
Double advantage! Okay, so let's There's no way I'm getting more than 3 at a time here, so... Those 3.
Leave it to me.
And, yep, those 3 are set up for him. Let's do a little resounding beat.
Leave it to me.
Oh yeah, I have him now. So his break shot attacks 1. It's an armor-piercing round. I'll just use normal attacks with him. Oh, looks like... Oh! He attacks enemies in a line. That's pretty cool. So it looks like this would get all 3 of them? Maybe it explodes. Nice.
Go.
Autumn Leaf Cutter. One of the best attacks in the game.
It's my turn.
Yeah, you do that thing again. And you do that thing again. That thing.
My turn.
I don't really need you right now, Elliot, but I guess you can... Yeah, that's an AoE. That has very small AoE on it, actually, which is nice.
Great.
I did it.
Just getting started.
Pretty sweet. No barrels, and so onward we go.
Now's a chance. Let's get him. My turn. There.
All right.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Here we go.
Kaboom!
That's that. Let's keep moving.
So yeah, I got a 1.6 XP bonus on that because of double kill, unscathed, an overkill, and first strike. You can see the tactical bonuses all there in the top left, top right. So yeah, you want to try to go for those whenever you can. I know there's like one where you, for killing 8 or more enemies in 1 hit, that gives you a trophy, I believe. And I got that in the PS3 version. Might be a little tough. I'll see if I can get it again, though. There's very few chances you have to actually get that. Okay, so these guys have got to use magic.
It's my turn. Leave it to me.
He's got needle shoot.
Marcus, activate. That takes care of them.
Look like flying rats with long tails, yeah. Yeah, the enemies are a little weird. Battle scope. What does that do? I think that lets me, yeah, lets me see an enemy's key data. Alright, cool. Turn around.
Now's the chance. Let's get him. Here we go. There.
Right.
Yeah, sure, why not?
It's my turn. Leave it to me.
I'm getting election updates through my my line pop-ups. Let's see what I want to do here. Get those two.
Here we go. There.
It's my turn. Eat that. All right.
My turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just pick them off, I guess. Nice.
That's the power of the 8 leaves.
You didn't get an I voted sticker. I got one. Yeah, apparently a lot of places didn't get them. It's kind of upsetting.
We meet again.
Is that the hot teacher? Oh no.
Good to see you guys are hanging in there.
I'm glad the 4 of you are unharmed as well.
Well, it seems you've cooled your head a bit at least.
Yes, I've calmed down now.
At any rate, I don't believe I've introduced myself yet, have I? I'm Laura S. Arcade, from the town of Legram. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Huh. Legram?
That's down on the southeastern outskirts of the Empire, isn't it?
Correct. It's an old castle town on the shores of Lake Ebble. We're connected to the rest of the country by train, but other than that, it's a fairly remote region.
That name sounds so familiar. Wait, so your father would be...
Yes, my father is Viscount Arcade, Lord of Legram. Do you take issue with that?
No, not at all.
Machias, was it?
Except I hate nobles.
I can only speak for myself, but I don't feel I've ever done anything to bring shame upon myself in Adios' eyes. And I fully believe the same to be true of my father.
Please, I meant no offense. Sorry if I, say, I don't believe we've been introduced.
I'm Emma Milstein. Like Laura, I come from a distant region of the Empire. I was only able to attend Thor's thanks to a scholarship, in fact. It's very nice to meet you.
A scholarship? Indeed. Now that you mention it, our instructor did say yours was the top score on the entrance exam. To think I was outdone. By a girl, no less.
You must be quite the prodigy.
Maybe it seems like it now, but really, I'm not. I don't have any training in the martial arts either, so this is the weapon they recommended for me.
Oh, cool! You got an orbital staff too. Yours looks different from mine, though.
Huh, so it does. I wonder if it's just cosmetic.
Is something the matter? We're all acquainted now. It's only proper that you introduce yourself.
Yeah, okay. I'm Lisa R. from Ruhr. It's a pleasure to meet almost all of you.
Elisa.
Ruhr, huh? What's it like living there? There's probably a new technological breakthrough every week.
The Reinford Company's based in Ruhr, and they're the largest heavy industry corporation on the continent, aren't they?
I suppose they are.
So, hey. I guess that bow must have been in that case you had with you when we first met, right? I've never seen one like it. Is there some kind of orbital mechanism built in?
There is, but I don't see how that's any of your business.
Ouch.
Yeah. Anyone got any ideas on what to do now? We've all run into each other wandering around. How about we stick together?
I think that would be for the best. It's not safe for a group of girls to travel alone. You may require protection.
You needn't to be concerned about that.
That's a big sword.
I beg your pardon?
I don't mean to boast, but I'm confident my swordsmanship will be more than sufficient to protect us. For now, I think it's best to remain in separate groups. There are still 2 of us who remain unaccounted for.
That's right. We still haven't run into that silver-haired girl.
In that case, 2 teams means double the chance to find them. 2 teams is double the coverage, and double the chance of crossing paths with our missing companions. How's that sound?
I have no objections. So then, shall we be off?
All right.
We'll see the 4 of you later then.
She really doesn't seem like she's gonna let that go, does she?
It was clearly an accident, everyone could see that. But I don't suppose it makes any difference to her. Still, is no one else worried about leaving a group of girls to fend for themselves in a place like this?
Stop being sexist.
There are 4 of us here. Perhaps one of us should go follow them.
I don't think we have anything to worry about as long as Laura's with them. She really wears her skill on her sleeve. I doubt she drags around a sword that big just for show.
It's certainly an enormous blade. I'd call it comically huge if it didn't look so dangerous. But at the end of the day, a lady is a lady.
She's taller and sturdier than I am. Though I admit it's still hard to believe anyone could swing that beast of a sword.
I'll bet she can whip it around without breaking a sweat. The Arcite School of Swordsmanship serves as a general basis for the techniques used by knights throughout the Empire. And her father, the Viscount, is arguably the strongest swordsman in the country. People call him the Radiant Blade Master. I doubt any of the other students here could even stand their ground against her in combat, much less beat her.
Wow, interesting. I didn't know there were still roots of the old knightly styles alive in the Empire.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Reen. A hobby of yours?
I'm a swordsman myself. I guess the lore sort of comes with the territory. At any rate, how about we pick up the search? I'm worried about that silver-haired girl, and we still need to track down Duke Alvarea's son, too.
That's true.
I couldn't care less what happens to that pompous ass. He can rot down here.
Come on now. That's no way to treat someone you just met.
Looks like the path splits. Which way do you think we should go?
I feel a little wind blowing from the east. I bet the exit's that way.
But if I go this way, there's probably treasure.
If it's a fight they want.
Alright. Miss! Yeah, just normal attacks.
You're mine! It's my turn!
Oh, we did it! Oh, a treasure chest!
A treasure chest! Down tier. Okay, cool. So what I can do with that means I can have 2 healers now. So I'm going to go into arts. I mean, rather, quartz. And let's see. Elliot already has canon, which includes tier. So I don't need to give him tier again. I'm giving any of tier to... Oh, can he not... There's like certain restrictions to where you can put certain ones. Or rather, I think this one has to be a gray one, I think. Okay, so I can give tier to Reen, and then needle shot. Alright, yeah, then that way he has something. Let's see. Yeah, that has to go there. I don't have anything green to put there. How do I open slots again? I forget. I probably have to watch the tutorial on that first before before the game lets me do that. All right. Tactics. Yeah, that's all right. Actually, I like this better. Yeah, sure.
The wind's behind us. Let's go. Go. All right. Arcus, activate.
Oh,
it's
nice.
my turn.
Sure.
Take this.
That's the power of the 8 leaves.
What's wrong?
More monsters?
No, not monsters. It's...
You're pretty sharp.
It's Fee.
Oh. It's the silver-haired girl.
I'm glad to see you're all right. Though it looks like there was nothing to worry about in the first place.
Nope. I'm small and quick. These things can't lay a finger on me. Oh yeah, Fee Clausel. That's my name. You're just over halfway through. Keep it up. Later.
Hey, wait!
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
I'll be fine. I'm used to this. See you at the end.
What just happened?
Wow. She certainly wasn't fibbing about being quick on her feet. Guess we really don't need to worry about her.
Yeah, now I'm more convinced than ever that she knows exactly what she's doing. Just over halfway through? Has she already been to the exit and then come back?
Fee is great. Possibly best girl. Let's see.
The wind's behind us. Let's go.
My turn.
It's my turn. There.
Right.
Right.
Couldn't finish him.
Go.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Nah, I never said the teacher was best girl. She's great. I wouldn't say she's best, though. She is...
Take him out.
I don't know, she might be, though. I don't know, I have to think about that. I'm not sure if she's a romance option in this game, either, though. I know Fee is. All the girls in your party are romance options. I'm not sure if the teacher is, though. Let's see.
Right.
Let's do some magic.
All right. Arcus, activate. Huh. Leave it to me. Arcus, activate.
Yes, this game has romance. It doesn't really come in so much later in the game, but yeah, it has a lot of Persona stuff in it.
It's my turn.
You actually can deal some damage with a normal attack.
All right, let's keep going.
I did it!
Do you hear that?
Someone's fighting up ahead. Come on.
Rain!
Wait for me!
Just their classmates.
Incredible. That was really something.
Judging by that display, I don't think he needs any help from us. I take it that's another school of Imperial swordsmanship?
Right. That's court fencing, an agile style favored by the nobility. And judging by his poise, he's no amateur.
Did you need something?
Sorry, I was just admiring your swordsmanship. I'm Reen Schwarzer. I didn't get the chance to introduce myself earlier.
I'm Elliot Craig.
Guy Schwarzel. Nice to meet you.
I believe I have already introduced myself, but once again, I'm Eustace Alberea. And I have to say, I didn't think you had it in you. I'm impressed.
What are you talking about?
After all that bluster about finding your way to the exit alone, I wasn't expecting you to actually rely on others for help. I assume you came to your senses shortly after you stormed off, and then wandered back to apologize like a good boy. Truly, the virtue of the common man. Why, a preening noble such as myself would be far too proud to do such a thing.
What the hell is your problem? You nobles really are all the same. So full of yourselves, it's a wonder you don't pop. And you're not just a garden variety noble either. House Alberea is one of the highest ranking in the country. I'll bet you just love looking down on us less fortunate souls, don't you?
You're one to talk. I don't need a lecture in rank from the son of the Imperial Governor.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought the name Regnitz sounded familiar.
Karl Regnitz, the first commoner ever to hold the seat of Imperial Governor in Heimdall. The first to rule the capital. And this headstrong young lad just so happens to be a chip off that old block. Pretty rarefied air for a simple commoner, don't you think?
What does that have to do with anything? Yes, my father is the Imperial Governor, but he earned that position through years of hard, honest work. Don't you go lumping him in with you nepotists who get your titles handed to you just for being born.
Perish the thought. No. I mainly just regard your father as a reformist, and a close friend of the Chancellor at that. And as you're vividly aware, his faction is in conflict with the noble faction, led by none other than the four great houses. When you look at it that way, your vitriolic disdain for the nobility suddenly seems rather cheap, wouldn't you say?
You son of a...
Magius, don't do it!
I think you went a little too far, Eustace. Being at odds with Machias is one thing, but dragging his father into it is pretty low. You're better than that.
Reen.
Perhaps I was a bit out of line. It may be for the best if I leave the four of you to find your way out of here together, while I make my way toward the exit alone, unimpeded.
I can see I've still got a lot to learn about the particulars of your social strata.
Yeah, I'm sad to say these kinds of disputes are pretty indicative of how the Empire is these days. How are you feeling, Machias? Have you calmed down now?
Yes, and I wanted to say I'm sorry for the way I acted. I shouldn't have gotten so riled up over such an obvious taunt.
Yeah, you do kind of lose your cool maybe a little too easily. But is it true what he said? Your dad is the Imperial Governor?
It's true. It's not that I was trying to hide it. I just don't like going around telling everyone. I don't like to brag. But just so we're clear, that doesn't change who I am. When you get right down to it, I'm a commoner, head to toe. My father's salary is nothing to boast about, and he doesn't have any of the perks nobles are born into.
I know. Don't worry. Governor Regnitz is pretty well known for being clean as a whistle.
Really? I've heard the name, but I can't say I really know anything about him.
Well, that's enough about my father for now. We need to get moving. We've wasted far too much time here as it is.
He's right. We should get a move on.
Okay. Now that that's out of the way, let's kill some more bugs. Think I'm gonna turn around? Okay, fine. Damn it. Fine, whatever.
It's a fight they want.
Let's see. Let's do a resounding beat.
Give it up, everyone!
Give everyone a little boost.
It's my turn.
And let's see. Gale Stinger. That gets 4 of them. That's probably my best bet. Ugh.
It's my turn.
Here we go. There.
One.
It's my turn.
That's pretty nice. That's all 4 of them.
Go. There.
Right.
Leave it to me.
Take this!
Nice.
Right. All right. There. Together, we're unbeatable.
Right.
Okay, Serene has Motivate now.
I did it!
Another buff.
Nice.
He seems kind of imposing. I don't know how to break the ice.
Enemy sighted. Take him out. Go. There.
My turn! Give it up, everyone!
my turn. All right. There.
My turn. Arcus, activate.
Right.
Okay, it's safe for now.
I'm back here now. Let's check out this area here. Yeah.
Watch out, guys!
Here we go.
My turn. Arcus, activate.
Ha!
Ha!
All right. Right. Arcus, activate. Take this. All right, let's keep moving.
Enemy sighted. Take him out.
Very hard to sneak up on enemies in this game.
Keep it up, everyone!
It's my turn. Eat that.
Go. There.
All right. It's my turn.
Too slow. Go. There.
My turn!
It's my turn. Together, we're unbeatable.
Let's see what's back here.
The wind's behind us. Let's go.
That worked out nicely.
There.
All right.
I can't get... I'll take out these two.
my turn.
My turn. Arcus, activate.
Right. Ha. Leave it to me. There's no time to waste.
Check out that evade 1 that I just got. Let's go with supports, and who can I put that on? You. What does that do? Evasion plus 5. Wait, there's more? Okay. Time to heal. And might as well save.
Hey, are we...
Looks like we are. That definitely seems to be the exit.
I can see the sunlight streaming in, so I'm guessing we're finally clear.
They have the nerve to call this an orienteering exercise. I'm not certain what I was expecting from an academy founded by Emperor Drygles. I can tell you this wasn't it.
You can say that again. What was all that business about Class 7 anyway?
Good question. We've got people here from different backgrounds, classes, even cultures. Is there some sort of secret agenda with this whole Class 7 thing that we just don't know yet?
No.
What was that?
There.
The statue?
What the heck is that?
A beast of living stone?
Are monsters like this common in the Empire?
Of course not.
This thing's cutting off our only route to the surface. No choice. We have to fight it.
Right. Damn. Here I thought the worst was over.
Idios, help us.
For boss time. And here we go.
This looks tough. Careful.
Leave it to me.
I don't know any of its... I do know that. Okay. That's nice. I guess I could... Oh, that would be... Would that be delayed then? I'll just attack him with his... So when I use that... What, that crit?
It's my turn.
Okay.
How about this?
Nice counter.
Here we go.
Crafts. Let's get some motivation.
All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
And with Elliot, resounding beat.
Give it up, everyone.
Leave it to me.
Okay. Let's see how good airstrike does against this guy.
Take this.
My turn.
Right. Eat that.
My turn.
Leave it to me. There.
It's like regular attacks are pretty effective, actually.
Leave it to me. Eat that. My turn.
All right. Go. It's my turn. Eat that.
My turn.
Leave it to me. There.
My turn. All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me.
Give it up, everyone.
Time to rebuff everyone. And now that that's done, this guy's gonna do something bad. Oh, he heals. Okay. And he changes form.
Leave it to me. Arcus, activate.
Let's get some magic going. Ooh,
Leave it to me.
he got stronger now.
Take this.
Ugh.
My turn. Arcus, activate. Huh.
It's my turn.
Okay, how do I deal with this now? He suddenly... How... Alright, so regular attacks are still the strongest thing I got.
My turn.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Take this.
Right. Eat that.
My turn.
Thanks. Go.
All right. There.
Leave it to me.
Jerk, you can't heal.
Eat that. My turn.
I know there's a way to interrupt that. Let me see. I don't know, he doesn't have anything that can. Green does, though.
Go.
Autumn Leaf Cutter does have an impede chance, so yeah, let's try to interrupt that spell, whatever he's trying to cast. Nice.
You're mine. It's my turn. It's my turn.
And yeah, that's another unique thing about the battle system in this game is if you see the enemy is going to cast a spell, you can't actually stop them before they unleash it.
All right. Together, we're unbeatable.
I did it.
I did it.
Blue Lullaby lulls foes to sleep with soothing sound bubbles.
Nice. I did it.
I killed you.
Is it dead?
No.
No, it's down, but not out.
Oh!
That's one hell of a second wind.
Looks like this thing has our number.
It's no use. We're too spent to go another... Guess I have no choice.
Stand back!
You made it!
You've certainly got some good timing.
Seems like you're all okay, at least.
I'm sorry we took so long.
You're here, and that's what counts.
So, a gargoyle, is it? I didn't expect to find the Dark Ages alive and well down here. It doesn't seem like it'll go down easily.
We gave it everything we had, but as you can see, it's rallying at an alarming rate.
With this many of us, if we can just find an opening...
Fine. I guess I'll help out.
So it's all come down to me then.
You!
Arcus, activate!
Airstrike!
An opening!
Go!
This one's mine! Ah!
I think he's dead.
It's...
We did it!
I think that's the end of it.
At the very least, that creature doesn't seem like he'll be coming back for a rematch anytime soon.
What happened there anyway? Right at the end of the battle...
Now that you mention it, I did feel something wash over me for just a second there.
There was a shimmering veil of blue light surrounding each of us.
Was there?
I did notice something as we fought. Perhaps it was just the blur of combat, but I felt like I could see everyone's movements in precise detail.
I don't think it was just your imagination.
Agreed. I have a feeling what we just experienced was...
The biggest selling point of the almighty Arcus? Give this man a prize. Looks like friendship and teamwork saved the day once again. I'm so proud of you guys. Anyway, that about finishes up today's special orienteering exercise. Aw, what's with the long faces? I thought you'd all be happy.
What are we supposed to be happy about?
I have so many questions, I'm not even sure where to start.
Oh?
I'll take a stab at it. What exactly is the purpose behind this Class 7?
I mean, we get that it's supposed to be some sort of melting pot that includes a broad cross-section of people.
But why were the 9 of us chosen in particular?
That is a valid question. There's no single monolithic reason why you all made the list. But if I had to name a major contributing factor, it'd be those Arcus orbments you've got there.
How so?
Well, like I explained earlier, the Arcus units are developed jointly by the Epstein Foundation and the Reinford Company. Like any battle orbment, they let you use arts. And these have communication functionality built right in. But their crowning feature is what's known as combat linking. That's the phenomenon you all experienced just now.
So that's what that was.
Seems like a pretty apt term. It did feel like we were all connected somehow.
Precisely.
Doesn't take a genius to imagine how much of an advantage a feature like that would be on a real battlefield. An elite unit that can sense each other's movements, acting in perfect sync, even in the most chaotic conditions. You can hardly put a price on that. It could bring about a revolution in the way wars are fought.
It does sound rather
idealistic.
Well, yeah, the technology has its limits. Some have a natural aptitude for it, others just don't. And out of this year's fresh batch of bright-eyed students, the 9 of you turned out to have the highest aptitude. And since aptitude trumps background in Class 7, well, here you are.
I see.
But what gives us this aptitude, though, as compared to our peers? Just seems so random.
What indeed? As promised, if any of you have objections to being in this class, speak now or forever hold your peace. I think that pretty much covers the hows and whys of your situation. But this program isn't cheap to run, so we're not about to force anyone into it if they don't want to be here. You should also be aware that Class 7's curriculum will be tougher than any other class's coursework. Just fair warning. So now you know. And that leaves you all with an important decision to make. Will you stick with Class 7 or not? Oh, if you opt out, you'll just be placed in the class you would have been assigned to otherwise. There's no pressure. Nobles will land in Class 1 or 2, commoners in 3, 4, or 5. It's still just the first day, so there's no real catching up you'd have to do. I'm sure you'd fit in just fine.
I'll do it. Whatever Class 7 has to throw at me, I'm game.
Whoa, wait, what?
Just like that?
So you're the first then. You seem pretty sure about it. Any particular reason?
Not really. I just feel like I've put my family out asking them to send me to this school. So, if it gives me more to show for my time here, I'll take whatever opportunities come my way.
A noble sentiment.
count me in as well. The greater the challenge, the more I can push myself to excel. One can't hone a blade without grit, after all.
Let's make it 3. Considering how far I came to attend this school, it'd be silly to back down before I even started.
Well, looks like we've got the country's strongest freshman on board, and our foreign exchange student too. Any more takers?
Allow me to take part as well. I was only able to come because of the school's generosity, so I feel it's my duty to help in any way I can.
Sign me up too! I kind of feel like fate brought us here for a reason, you know? And you all seem pretty easy to get along with.
And that's a yes from our 2 Orbital staff testers. Though I feel compelled to remind you, your weapons are still in the prototype stage. So on top of your other work, I'll be expecting reports from both of you.
Of course.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Let me join too.
Huh?
Oh, there's a surprise. I was almost certain your rebellious streak would see you opt out just on general principle.
It does bother me that you've got us using these Arcus units that are still pretty clearly in development. But if I let every little nitpick like that hold me back, I'd never amount to much.
Words to live by right there. And that brings us to an even 6. Now, what about you, Fee?
Don't really care either way. You can choose.
Not this time. This is one call you're gonna have to make for yourself. That was the deal, remember? You need to take control of your own life.
Fine, I'm in.
Well, at least you committed. We've got a magnificent 7 now. Which leaves just the 2 of you.
Come on, we need 9 members from Hughes.
I can see you got issues with each other, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to work together. Why, if you just look past your differences and embrace the joys of youth, I'm sure you'll become the best of friends.
Like hell we will! The exploitation of the common people by the aristocracy is a blight on every facet of Erebonian life. Unless something is done about it, this country has no future.
I appreciate
Blah,
your
blah,
candor,
blah.
but I don't think you're going to achieve much by lecturing me about it.
Well, at least that makes this simple. I, Eustace Alvarea, claim my place as a member of Class 7.
Huh?
Why? You're the son of a duke. Just the thought of being in the same class as commoners should make you sick.
I'll thank you not to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. As far as the House of Alvarea is concerned, there's little difference between other nobles and commoners. Besides, this should at least ensure I won't have fools flitting about every day trying to win my favor. That said, I have little interest in getting drawn into your petty arguments on a daily basis either. I think it would be prudent for us to go our separate ways. I'm certain we can at least agree on this, no?
I don't need some pompous ass who coasts through life on his father's coattails telling me what to do. I'm in. Come hell or high water. You might have had your successes spoon-fed to you up to now, but no outmoded class system is going to hand you trophies anymore.
Oh my god.
They're going to be like this pretty much all year, aren't they?
Sure seems that way. I wouldn't bet on them ever seeing eye to eye.
Oh.
Oops, I spoke to him.
The pots shouldn't be too hard on the kettles.
Give a guy a break.
Well, how about that? 9 out of 9. With that, I'd like to congratulate all of you on being the first ever Class 7. I hope you keep those high spirits all year, because with the workload we've got planned for you, you'll need it.
Well, I wasn't expecting Class 7 to turn out quite as diverse as this. It certainly promises to be an interesting year.
You took the words right out of my mouth. But perhaps this too is the divine providence of the goddess, no?
How do you mean?
Seeing them there, I feel they have the potential to be the light we seek. A light that can break through the storm clouds that continue to build over our nation day by day.
Oh, now we have actual intro. Well, once this goes on YouTube, it's probably getting a copyright strike because of the song. That's alright. It's a good song. And that's the end of the prologue. And I'm going to find... Yep, I'm going to save. And I'm going to call it a night. So, thank you all for watching. All 2 of you. I'll try to get some more viewers next time, but for now, this is a good starter. Yeah, thank you. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.